Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Tech Leadership Series. Appreciate it's been a wee bit of a while since I put one up, but I'm glad to say today that we've got Raman Mistry, the CEO of Cotham Technologies, who has kindly agreed to hop on with me. How are you, Raman? Are you keeping well?
Very well, thank you. Good afternoon to you, Jack, and thank you for inviting me to tell our story.
No, all good, all good. So I suppose, look, first things first, if you'd like to tell us a little bit more about who Cotham Technologies are, and then if you want to dive into, I suppose, your story as an individual as well, it'd be great.
Yes, great. Thanks very much. So Cotham Technologies was set up to effectively reinvent mobile app development, and we've built a platform around that does that. Along with Dominic O'Neill, our CTO and co-founder, we both have a vision of innovation and pushing technology to its forefront. And I'm pleased to say that through that process, we recently, earlier this year, actually received a US patent grant for our groundbreaking technology, which is called FlowFrame. FlowFrame underpins a lot of the products and solutions that we built through the company. In terms of my own personal story, it goes back many years. I started off as an analyst programmer and then traversed to a product manager and then into marketing and sales and business development. And then more recently, I've been involved in C-level roles and actually board level roles as well. So really transgressed from that early days of being a graduate programmer to where I am today. And along that journey, it's been interesting because I've been working for big organizations such as Oracle and Cellnet, which is O2 now, as well as through startup organizations. But throughout that career, it's generally been with very innovative, leading edge companies at the forefront of technology. And part of my kind of process and passion has been around entrepreneurship and innovation, and that comes to light in a lot of the roles that I've done in my past.
Perfect. Thanks for the overview. In terms of then, I suppose, again, reverting back to Cotham Technologies, then, I mean, what are the challenges and problems that Cotham Technologies as a company, helps to really solve?
Great. Yes, that's a good question. So organizations today have to be very agile and nimble, and they have to respond very quickly to market needs. And then along with that, their IT systems and processes and apps have to also follow that. In fact, there was a recent study by Gartner that was saying that organizations are moving towards what are called composable enterprises, where they need to assemble and reassemble their business processes, and accordingly the IT systems have to. But what we're finding is, there's a plethora of app requirements that organizations need through different business functions, whether it's for internal employee apps or for partner apps or for end customer apps. But the challenges they have is they can't meet that demand because of scarcity of resources. Now, as you probably know, iOS and Android developers from a mobile app space has got quite scarce resources and expensive resources. So a lot of IT departments don't have that necessary bandwidth to fulfill the needs of customers. And hence, platforms like ours, a no-code mobile app development platform, which dramatically increases and accelerates the time to market. So we build apps 10 times faster than traditional coding, but also provides a cost benefit as well. So solutions built through solutions like our FlowPro platform are 3 times more cost effective than those built through traditional coding methods. So, there's been an increase in momentum around organizations adopting low code and no code tools. In fact, Gartner also has a report out that predicts by 2025, 70% of organizations will be using low code or no code application development platforms because they need that scale and speed of delivery of app solutions.
Perfect. In terms of then honing really into the technology, then what is your key technology aspects of the solution? How is that differentiated? And I suppose how does it really benefit customers?
Sure. So we've built our platform from the ground up to be a no-code platform. So what that means is you don't need to be a skilled programmer to build apps through our solution. So we use very intuitive visual drag and drop controls to help you build an app on a blank canvas, for example. So it makes it very easy and very quick to build applications. But the other aspect of our solution is we have a very sophisticated API connection mechanism, which means we can connect into any cloud or server system using any API, and we can literally do that in minutes. So we can bring in complex data from a cloud source into our platform and have that working within our platform. And consequently, we can build a proof of concept solution in a matter of days, and then transgress that into a really complex enterprise solution over the course of a few weeks, which typically would take several months of development time to build.
Okay.
And
Great.
increasingly what we're seeing as well, and again, just quoting another report from S&P Global, is they did a survey of decision makers, and 2/3 of those decision makers are saying they had artificial intelligence or AI active in production in terms of what they're looking to do. And 1/3 of them have already got proof of concept solutions out there. But another interesting aspect was that 31% of those decision makers cited cost efficiency as one of the drivers, but 69% said AI provided a revenue generating opportunity for them, which was quite surprising for me because I thought it would be turned the other way around.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And consequently, we're going back to what I was saying before about being very innovative and leading edge. We've incorporated AI connectivity into our app solutions as well. So natively, we have a Chat GPT connection from our platform, but we can build in other large language models such as Google Bard or Claude as and when those kind of APIs and connectivity processes become available.
Okay, fantastic. In terms of then, I suppose, your sort of principal channels to market and business models, could you shed a bit of light on those?
Yeah, sure. So we have kind of indirect and direct models. The genesis has really been through a direct approach using our own personal contacts and people we know. And we have a very sort of consultative approach where we try to understand the customer's problems and needs and build solutions that fulfill those needs. We also work through channel partners and technology partners as well. And that's a really important aspect of our solutions because that helps to scale the organization. And lastly, obviously, software as a service or SaaS is a key component of our channels to market. So, we'll be launching products on the Apple App Store and AWS Marketplace, for example, as well as other marketplaces there, which also enables us to really scale the company and increase our revenues through that stream as well.
Okay, you talked a little bit about scaling there. What are the future plans, Raman, and perhaps if you could shed a bit of light also on some of the challenges that you've actually had to face to get where you are today?
Sure. So we're continually innovating our products and pushing at the forefront of technology. We're looking to, work into different vertical sectors such as fintech and insurtech and other areas as well, and also pushing the boundaries in terms of our geographical presence. We've primarily been a UK, European based company, but there's a massive market out in North America and Asia Pacific. So in time, we'll be looking to also gain a foothold into those markets as well, because what we build is very horizontal and is very global, because wherever a mobile app is required, we have the tools and capabilities that helps build very, very polished solutions in a very short space of time. And
Brilliant.
some of the challenges we found is, especially when you bring across the term of no-code development, people tend to assume that what you can build is just very simple because there's no coding required, but that's not the case. And there's kind of an education piece that we do with our customers and our channel to say, no, we can build any complex application that you could build with traditional programming, such as with Xcode in iOS or Android Studio for Android solutions. So any solutions you can build through those mechanisms, our platform can build. So we can build really complex, and we have done, build really complex solutions in that space. And one way we kind of overcome that is, we can quickly demonstrate our solutions, build something very quickly in front of the customer. And that's a great way of trying to alleviate some of those barriers or potential objections that people may have about using sort of no-code technologies.
Perfect. The final one from me then. Obviously, you've had a wide history of different experiences. I imagine also in startups, and I suppose, what advice would you give to someone who actually is in that startup phase?
Yeah, I think there's a few points there. I think the first one is being very, very customer centric. So, really understand the pain points of the problem that you're trying to solve and the customers that you're working with. So, build solutions that conform to those, but also anticipate what might be happening in the future as well, and have think about solutions that respond to any of those future needs. So that'd be the first point. The second one would be around innovation and agility. Be prepared to pivot and change it. We live in a very technology dynamic world, and things change very quickly. AI just come to the fore this year, but there's technologies like that come to the fore which you need to anticipate and use. And the third one would be around partnerships, strategic partnerships. Really cultivate those partnerships, because there can be an immense source of success for a startup, and obviously help build presence in markets that you couldn't potentially gain traction in by doing it yourself. So those are really important. And when I say partnerships, they're not just technology partnerships, but also think about potential investors and other collaborators in your space.
Fantastic. Okay, well, look, as always, I will add obviously a bit of detail about Cotham Technologies in the post, just for anyone who wants to go and take a look. And aside from that, just want to say thanks very much for joining me today. It was great to have you on.
Thank you very much.